once again, welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott. And greetings, blessings, salutations, and love. Once again, welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott, and you know what? I am feeling pretty good today, man. I really am. For those who follow, may have noticed I didn't do my own live stream yesterday. I had some wonderful conversations on another panel with our friend DNW over on Finding Gnosis, and some other stars came through. Frank Monday, Machine Lies. I had a great afternoon yesterday and great morning today, and I hope you have too. Today I got a whole bunch of ideas, some really hopefully positive messages. I know they're positive messages. My hope is they come through clearly, right? Because if you can understand the positive messages that I'm trying to bring, we're gonna change this world, right? Because in the background, in my heart, fighting today for a better tomorrow. But the fighting is not with violence, it's not with control, it's with strategy, it's with calculation, it's with purpose and heartfelt intentions. That's the only way to fight brilliantly, right? And when you become more wise, you realize there's no fight. There's no fight worthy. Meaning the worldly ways. And I'll get into some of these deeper ideas about how evil is often committed in society. The evidence and the explanations are pretty clear, but what I really want us to look at and consider is truly the idea. If we're not here to take care of those who have trouble taking care of themselves, what the hell are we here for? Right? Because hell on earth emerges when the suffering around us is ignored. And I'm tired of seeing hell on earth. Aren't you? As more people look out for one another, more problems get solved. Holy cows, man. What a concept. Don't know why I didn't think of that before. The truth of love, the truth of God. It's unmistakable once you discover it. The truth of anything, I guess, is, whoops. Where is that going? I intend today to drop the link. We're going to discuss what I intend to have is an open discussion, how to fix our world. It can be on a small level, the community level, the greater level. I really want to talk about fixing the world, right? The whole world. But it takes every little part. Every little piece is a piece of the greater. You and I are pieces of this greater world right now. See, some of the ideas I was considering earlier. Oh, yeah, and yesterday. Where'd my notes from yesterday go? Man, I got all sorts of stuff to talk about, man. I hope you're available to settle in and just enjoy some time. I do have a hard ending time coming up later. I got plans. Praise God. I love having plans. I love having goals. I love having things to look forward to. I love having hope. You may hear my cat's whines coming through. Hold on. Okay. Where was I going? Consider this idea. This seemed pretty obvious, right? If you can accept the notion and the idea of God, God that which is beyond all time, it's with all time, it brings forth all time. If you consider that, God, all time is God's time. Today has been given to you and me, right? And you and me and others like us, we create the destiny of this, the future, individually and collectively. So I'm gonna drop the link and we'll open this up. And I want some folks who can like put on their thinking caps and really tune in to high vibration thoughts of love and compassion. Because actually it was at church yesterday, the experience at church yesterday morning, I found a lot of inspirations. Yeah, Hopeville. I found more hope in my faith. And yesterday, some of the ideas that were running through me, it's if you take the lessons and the truth of Christ Jesus and what he showed and his mercy and forgiveness on the cross, and he lived out what he said. God seeks mercy, not sacrifice, right? But the people didn't understand. And throughout time, people didn't understand. But all of us go through life not understanding until we do. And once we can understand, then we can know. And the truth of my life has absolutely confirmed to me through Jesus, God has given the world the answers we need through Jesus, the writings, right? The writings that were attributed, writings and words that were attributed to him. Through him, God gave the world the answers we need. Why are we so lost? Could it be that people have been convinced to follow along with the wrong God, right? That God of money, that silent hand of the economy that people have taught to trust in, the economic future. All the financial games, man, it's just a big Ponzi scheme to keep the ignorant enslaved. See, the willingness to obey, it comes from our true nature, the spirit and desire to please. But that willingness to obey has been distorted, and we've created a bunch of mindless operators in layers and layers and layers of bureaucracy. And as it was found, right, when looking at the atrocities of World War II, how could these ordinary people turn into these positions where they commit such atrocities upon one another? Well, I was reminded of some of that history earlier today, and the answers actually became quite clear. I see a lot of people pointing at it, right? A lot of people see it, but here's what we're experiencing with these institutions of corporations and governments and all of this. Those who find comfort with institutionalized obedience, they can easily commit evil. That's what the military does. It's under the guise of protection and safety. It's all bullshit. It's murder. Murder is murder. I mean, why are we paying for murder here on earth? Why are we creating hell on earth? Why are we enabling hell on earth? Why are we allowing so much suffering? Have we become blind to one another? I mean, I could do the work and pull up these clips and images I'm seeing around the world. I could do the news reports talking about the corruption I see in our governments. I want us to agree that it's time to create a better life for us all. So for those who do wish to join today's discussions, please, the link is dropped and pinned. It's a big part. Well, let's consider this. It's not just white supremacy, it's Jewish supremacy, it's Muslim supremacy, it's whatever, right? Jewish supremacy. This illusion of supremacy has been taught down, teaching children that one is lesser than or better than another. It's all bullshit, man. It's all bullshit and lies. And I used to believe in it. I used to believe that my skin color was somehow better, made me a better person. The fuck was I thinking? I didn't know. I really didn't know. But you know what? I don't remember the author, but I read a quote somewhere, and it's true that travel really does redefine someone, right? As you travel, you will redefine yourself based upon what you learn and what you experience. Travel is pretty important for the human experience, in my opinion. I've been blessed and I traveled a lot. I know a lot of people don't like that, but I grew up as a wanderer and I got the heart of a traveler and an explorer. And that's what I realized life is about, guys. That's all we are. We're just walking through time with each other, right? Maybe we bitch about the time and we spend our time bitching, but what does that accomplish? Nothing. See, it does come down to the willingness to obey and the desire to please. Who are we trying to please with our words, with our deeds? What are we trying to accomplish? Hey, we have already a wonderful guest returning, and I won't make him wait at all. Welcome back, DNW. Finding Gnosis.
Jack, it's great to be here, brother. You're doing a stellar job as usual. Yeah, I love the topic of the show. You know, what the hell are we doing if we're not helping those that cannot help themselves?
Yes. I think a lot of people have been convinced that they can't help themselves, though, or that they can't help others until they help themselves to a greater point in life.
Yeah, I think there's learned helplessness. Now, I suppose it's part of this, Jack, is getting to know others. You know, not being afraid to socialize, not being afraid to meet people, to get to know them, and that gives you an ability to help in your community because you learn who's people's personality, you learn their history, and you get to know if they're genuine or not, if they genuinely need help. So yeah, I think socializing is very important. Keeping in touch with people, keeping an eye on people, befriending people. Yeah, that helps us know the genuine cases. Jack, Jack. One thing I will say is, I think everybody should question who they invite to the dinner table for their soirees. You know, are you trying to invite people because they're cool and because you somehow want to be in the club of Rome, or you know, like the gifted people's club? Or are you willing to extend the invitation to people who are perhaps friendless, isolated? You know, are you willing to help those who have nobody?
Well, brother, that's a perfect segue for our next guest. Welcome back, JG. How you doing today?
Hey Jack, how you doing?
You look great. Sky looks nice.
I'm in Spokane, Washington, and I saw somebody yesterday almost almost killed himself. The guy was trying to kill himself. I was like, damn, that could be Jack Talcott.
Could have been. Well, it kind of was a couple of times, but not anymore. Yeah, actually, that topic, I mean, generally, there's a lot of that going on in this world. The suicide rates are not good.
Yeah,
You
the
know,
Gentiles, the Gentiles are killing themselves. Us proud whites.
well, right,
We
and
ain't we ain't doing it, Jack.
let's consider why. We've created a very destructive society, so people become like that which they experience. We don't have to become the destruction, we can become the solution with one another. That's exactly what I have been shown. Other people showed up in my life when I finally turned towards learning, and I found answers that truly helped me. So the greater picture, though, in a world that was not run by liars, by the selfish, the cruel, and the greedy, right? Our world could be and will be heavenly. God's given us the choice. Who do we want to help succeed? Who do we want to watch fail? You're losing connection, JG. I think you froze.
Nah.
Hey, you know what? I get the reference, Texas. Fix this channel and apologize, Jack. I was thinking of Paulie Boy earlier. I do love that man. I admire him greatly. But his bitterness has just been a problem between us. Yes, we are still discussing, focusing on solutions, and we're doing it with love today. Because truly, without love, hell on earth is found. It's experienced individually and collectively, but in the greater picture, we are one. There is one intelligent body that moves separately, but that intelligent body is humanity. We're all part of a level of intelligence. That's it. That's all we are. So the stupidity is pretty obvious, in my opinion. Once my eyes started opening to seeing the truth of hypocrisy, I had to overcome it within me to really understand it, though. See, I used to call myself a good man. I had a steady job, a career at the United States Postal Service. In addition, I served my local union as an officer and a steward, many other roles in the organization. I tried to be active in other ways too. I always gave a chunk of my regular paycheck to charity. I mean, it was just part of who I was. So I thought I was a good guy. But the more I looked at the state of the world, the more I felt bad that I wasn't doing enough. But the more I felt bad that I wasn't doing enough, I mean, the more I wanted to solve that, the more ideas I had. What more could I do? And so I believe the way to fix our world is through the world. Those who have the greatest influence would be the greatest allies, if we can make it. Does that make sense? Oh. um, yeah, the Paul and I didn't get along. I felt insulted when I saw he wasn't understanding me. And rather than discussing my directions, the goals of trying to confront the problems I see, he suggested we turn away. I don't agree. We got a dirty low life here. Is that familiar to you, DNW?
He's one of the greats.
Amen. Amazing.
Yes, sweetheart, DW. How are you both?
Feeling blessed. Welcome to you.
Good. Good to be here.
Any thoughts coming in? Any ideas?
Yeah, my immediate reflection on your question and intro, Jack, was how to change the world. Where to begin? Probably since the age of about 3, I've recognized that the world needs desperately changing. And I've had all of these inventions of how to change the world for the past 3 decades. I realized that they're all infantile, I think is the word for it. Any construct that I can imagine of changing this world for the better is simply flawed because it's from my viewpoint. And the only world I need to change is this whirling around inside me of all of the imaginings of how the world should be, which simply stop me accepting how it is. So that's guys.
I'm sorry, I cut you off there. What did you say?
No, just to conclude, that's what you make me realize. So thank you.
Yeah. Wonderful.
That was wisdom being spoken, genuinely, right? Humbling ourselves to know this and that. But here's the concept I want to throw out there, because I don't have the details for any structure of solution, but in my mind, it seems I've come across other people who would have those ideas. They've looked specifically into solving these different problems. So maybe you're another one of those, right?
Potentially, but just to push back on your point a bit, I think the problem is as soon as you've looked at something, you've spent time looking at something, which means you haven't been looking at everything else. So
Fair.
Any system is confined to something, some viewpoint, some subjective experience. So to accept a system designed by a man or group of men or whoever, it just troubles me now. I really have a problem with it. I shy away from any system presented to me by anyone, no matter how learned they seem to be. Just for that, there's some internal instinctive hesitation in me now.
I get that. What I want you to consider is what I'm suggesting we do is collectively have an honest look at the corporations that are paying our salaries, an honest look at what we're doing in our jobs and our lives, right? And I think the best way to have honesty is with openness and oversight. So my goal, I believe the solution for the entire world is to end legal secrets. Let the truth be freely shared, and mankind can watch out for each other.
I have to agree with you principally, but something in me whispers quietly that it's cosmically lawful for things to be hidden.
It has been. But it was written that at some time all that was hidden would be revealed. I feel, and I've convinced myself that this could truly be that time. The darkness is being exposed. So back to what you had said too. I think what could happen, right, if we actually maturely and openly look at these different systems, right? We've got the logistic systems, we've got the technology to improve the human life everywhere around the world. but it'll mean cooperation from those who have grown into power and wealth. The best way to control those who have power and wealth is to go to where the source of the protection for the bankers comes in, which is in the laws, right? The legal system. It's all bullshit, man.
Agreed. It's legal, not lawful.
Yes. And I believe I can imagine this idea is also in my mind in line with the biblical prophecy, right? The return of Christ, where Christ is king in the world. Well, that would mean that love is ruling the world. And so we have the technology. If we really looked, I've wondered how many employees in the production of a lot of our food products actually know what they are doing to the public, right? These people that are earning a paycheck, creating the military bombs and stuff. Oh, the people earning a paycheck, spraying our skies everywhere, right? What the? It's time to change it.
Do you mean you don't like aluminium, barium, and strontium in your air?
I grew up in pristine nature. I was blessed to grow up in the woods. And there's a special thing in my heart for Mother Earth, man.
Yeah, same here, brother. It's heart-wrenching.
But I do believe, what if it is true that it is we're here to follow the way of love, to lead ourselves and each other out of the darkness. I actually believe if we can find a way, my goal is in America, but I'm serious. Anyone in any nation within the governments, it's got to start somewhere. People are going to have to end the corruption. We got to face the corruption, right?
I'm already trying to book out Wembley Stadium for you, Jack.
Bless you, brother. Well, I don't know the structure of government over there, but I'm sure there's
I want
Huh?
to see a big yellow Jack Talcott tent, in London with thousands of people there holding their arms up saying, "We are all Jack Talcott."
They're in the background.
Yeah.
Hey, much love to you. Welcome to you, Denizen. Good to see you again, brother. How are you?
Greetings. I'm well. How are you, sir?
I'm truly feeling blessed. I'm curious. Well, let me offer. You're joining. Anything on your mind or heart?
Yes, I'm glad to see Dirty Lowlife again. How are you, sir?
Yeah, well, thank you, brother. Hope you too.
I was pleased with our last conversation and hoped I'd run into you again on these streets, as they say.
Yes, me too, brother. Feelings
Well,
mutual.
And how's D&W this morning?
Hello, Denizen. All is well, brother. It is a new day, and I love you.
that's
Good
beautiful.
deal. Good deal.
Hey, that is beautiful. And actually, Dirty Lowlife, I'm grateful you're coming through too. Do you have a channel? Do you do this yourself? What can we learn about you, please?
Oh, yeah, not in a big way. I do have a bit of an internet presence that I've just starting to kick off, but yeah, not in a big way. Well, with big help from D&W, really. Yeah, basically, a couple of months ago, over the last 6 years, I've been through a bit of a roller coaster in terms of just life circumstances, but it's caused a great deterioration in my imagination of myself. Now that I'm free of my imagination of myself, I'm far more free to be, and it feels great.
That's interesting.
Okay.
It was interesting
So-
when the bubble bursts in relation to what we were taught we were, or who we were, and you know, who we are inside, who we feel to be, and who the world makes us become as well. It's always an interesting voyage.
That's the word for it.
It is too. This brings us, I don't know if I said it. I think I said it earlier. This observation on time. I'm convinced that God exists. I believe that I exist. And through time, I believe God is with all time. All time is God's. Now is the moment we live, right? And the society profits from obedience. The only way to live with obedience is to live in memory, to hold on to the past. Letting go. That's where, right? That breakthrough, letting go of those ideas and the identities. And it
But it's not
sounds
just your, yeah.
No,
Jack,
please.
what I've been thinking about today, it's not just letting go of your own identity, but I believe it's also letting go of who you think others are.
Yeah.
And
Beautiful.
look, Jack, I know you're a little bit of a guru for me, but the truth is there's a much bigger guru out there. And, you know, we have to
Crazy
remember
guru?
that. We have to. I wasn't going down that road. But, you know, existence itself, this phenomenon of what is going on, we have to remember we are learning ourselves as individuals, and not to be afraid to stand in our own truth, to stand and walk our own path, to take little bits here and there. But Jack, and I'll happily say this, I am no one's master. I am merely their mirror. They see in me what they want to see.
Are you
And
not?
I hope it brings them joy and happiness. That goes to you, Fatima. If not, perhaps you have something to learn. Thank you, Jack.
Just to push back, DNW, are you not master of yourself?
No, but I'm not a master of you, dirty lowlife.
No, I
Yeah.
appreciate that a lot.
What I mean is, I don't think anybody is anybody's master here. We should be very careful of putting people up on pedestals.
Oh, absolutely.
But that's not to say we cannot stand in respectful discernment of others and watch them, observe them, listen to them, give them our time and listen to them. We have something to learn off each other. But nobody is fit to be our ultimate leader. Nobody is perfect.
Correct. But perfection is there to strive for, to follow. That's what I had to humble myself in. This idea that perfection is not available. Why? Who said it?
Oh my goodness. It's a double-edged sword. You've literally just hit my nail on the head. Just the last couple of days, I've been realizing that my entire problem all of my life has been perfection. And I've not let myself express myself creatively because my artwork isn't yet perfect. And perfection is this mechanism that allows me to hone my craft and get good at something. But it also becomes a barrier to my own being, being free in myself. So yeah, it's something like wielding a sword. If you squeeze too tightly, you can't move it and you become rigid, and you have to let go of the sword enough that you don't lose hold of it, but that you can swing it freely. Yeah,
It's something to
perfection
aim
is.
for, but remember, it is an illusion.
Yeah.
But it's like a north star, a guiding star within you.
Yes.
But in actual fact, it is an illusion. It doesn't exist on this planet. Someone will say, you know, what you did there wasn't so great, you know. But as long as it's perfect for you, I suppose, Jack.
Well, regardless if it's perfect for me or not, perfection is in the order and unfoldment of time. So I can be with the perfection of the moment, or I can be distraught and disturbed, kind of denying reality.
Jack, can you intervene for me? Can you invite Fatima up here, because she
Certainly.
seems to be terribly perturbed, and I don't like to see the kid in such dire straits. I don't know what to suggest. Maybe you can invite them on and bring peace to their
Actually,
heart.
please. I thought Fatima was very well spoken, well presented the last time we interacted.
Well
Certainly.
spoken, but emotionally disheveled.
I didn't experience that,
I know,
to be honest.
but it's quite
So,
evident in the live chat.
Well, I've noticed, guys, maybe it's just me and around me, but we trigger each other. A lot of people trigger each other.
That's right.
I've never been triggered.
And you see, Jack, why do we trigger each other? Now, the thing is, Jack, I think I trigger Fatima because they had high expectations of me, and
Could
I
be.
didn't meet what they saw in me. I'm sorry, Fatima. The truth is, I never had high expectations of you, and that's why you don't make me unhappy. So, I suggest to you in future, don't think so highly of individuals, and you won't be so upset, because I never once thought
Dude.
highly of you, and therefore there's nothing
Oh,
you can say or do that will upset me. There's some wisdom for you.
brother.
What's the saying? We're all lying in the gutter, but some of us are looking at the stars.
Right. Well, there you go. But you're literally suggesting another human being lower their standards of you.
No, Jack. No. It's not, I'm not suggesting. No, I'm suggesting don't look up in awe at others. You know,
It's what you're
and
saying
you
about
won't be disappointed.
pedestalizing.
Don't have these high expectations. Concentrate on yourself.
That is fair.
And concentrate on this phenomenon of existence, God, if you want to call it that. But don't look up at others and be disappointed later on when they don't be what you want them to be.
Yeah.
I'm not your slave, baby, and you're not mine.
DNW, you just described a lesson I had to learn as well. I kept seeing people's potential, believing that, oh yeah, I can get through to this one, and I pissed them off, they pissed me off. Next thing you know, Paul won't talk to me anymore, right? Or well, and actually politely, I did receive a message that Carl is going to move on from my channel. So
I got that message as well, and I wish Carl all the best, and his wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just on that point, Jack. Sorry, go ahead.
But nothing lasts forever. Nothing lasts forever. None of us are going to be here forever. We're just passing through. Carl was a chapter in my book, in my life, and maybe several chapters. But I haven't quite figured out what the fuck they meant. And I want to say to Fatima, Jack, Fatima's saying, "Stop your woo, little owl shit stain. You make me want to pull my own fucking teeth." And then she goes on to say, or maybe she should do that to me. You see, that there, guys, is extremely worrying.
No, it's not. Why is it worrying?
She's calling me an owl, so she literally thinks I am an owl.
Okay.
And if she does think that, why does she think owls have teeth?
Oh my
Does she
goodness.
not understand basic, anatomy?
DNW.
Birds? Sorry.
I'm sorry to pause this. Dirty Lowlife was going to jump in with something. You still have that?
Yeah. Sorry, no. You mentioned being triggered. I think that's what I was trying to say at the beginning. Is it's the inner world that's the one that needs fixing. Why am I triggered all the time? Because all you knobs are doing is giving me these impressions. It's me that takes the impression and runs away with it as though I am something. And I think that's where all of this stems from, is just the constant trigger cycle that we're all in. And round and round and round she goes, and where she stops, nobody knows.
I have a feeling one day Fatima's going to send me a big fat virtual kiss.
Love is always available to be shared.
Love is the drug.
even beyond our misunderstandings, right? There's a connection between us. Back to what Dirty Low Life, you are, thank you. Seriously. You've been doing inner work, right? Clearly. The words you're sharing, I'm hearing as wisdom.
I've suffered a fall.
You what? Yeah, you went through a fall. You had to learn. That was me too. It was either learn or drive myself absolutely insane. And I did that for a long time, but
I was gonna say I chose to drive myself insane before I learned anything.
that's what if that's karma? Karma being the reenaction.
I was a real motherfucker then in a previous life, let me tell you.
I thought you meant in the previous stream. I'm only joking, Denizen. Come on, I'm not starting on you today. I don't want to. To be quite frank, Denizen is hard work. He's not an easy opponent. I'll give you that much, Denizen. I don't want to go down that road today. I want to be tenacious. I want to be more pious.
Yes, but the question comes, what's the difference between a life and a dream?
Dreams you're not in control, Jack. You know, you're not in control unless you're having a lucid dream.
But
I would say the lucidity. Yeah, go ahead, Jack.
I said unless you're having a lucid dream, and even at that, Jack, even at that, you know, there will come a stage where you have to get up to use the toilet, and the dream will end. But
and that's
life goes on unless you die.
Well, that's true in life too. We have illusions of control, right? We feel like we have control, but do we really? Do we?
I'm not even sure we have consciousness.
I don't think so.
Right? We have awareness.
Me and Denizen are kind of hard determinists, aren't we, Denizen?
Say again, sir?
We're hard determinists, right? We question whether there's free will, right?
Absolutely. And sometimes when I go back to sleep, I go right back into the same dream world. I have more than one.
Wow.
Fascinating.
And there's dream worlds where I'm wanted for murder.
I can believe that. I'm convinced that what we probably are is just individual thought forms within a greater mind. The mind of the universe is moving all of nature, every element, every bit of anything. We're a part of it. There's no denying that. We're a part of the animation and the movement of life. It's what creates our physical experience. And I was thinking about this, whether you go Big Bang or you go the mystery of God, there was a magical part in creation where first apparently there's nothing, and then energy becomes form. We are forms of energy. Our thoughts are forms of energy. It's what our emotions are too. But guys, we are the solution for this world. I'm confident of that.
Jack.
Yes, sir.
100% right. We're the only hope in terms of this side of the spectrum.
Oops.
The creation. We're the only hope. What I mean by that is from this perspective, we're the only hope. There may be something on the other side, but from our perspective, as it stands, we have work to do. And sorry, I'm a bit unnerved by Crew in the chat there. I have no idea what Crew is saying. Something about swinging.
What
the hell is he on about? What the hell have you taken, Crew?
He lives in his own reality. It's separate, but it crosses over ours. What's that?
He has a brain injury.
Well,
I'm sorry to hear that.
That may be, but he lacks self-control. That's what it comes
Well, if he has a brain injury, he has a legitimate reason, for that. And
he does.
And I forgive him far easier. I forgive him absolutely for his erroneous statements there.
I've timed him out. Sorry for the nuisance. What I've realized is Snafu is one of those who has been a lesson for me. Through my interactions with him and several others like him, I've been able to grow in my levels of forgiveness and patience, acceptance, kind of maybe back to where Dirty Lowlife was talking about. When we have those acceptances, well, you said a few things actually regarding the standards we'll place on ourselves, expecting us to be perfect, beating ourselves up if what we do is not. And then when we do that, then we usually talk ourselves out of even trying things. At least that was my experience, right? So you found a way to relieve the expectation on yourself. That's what I call surrender, part of it, right? And like DNW said, when we stop having such expectations on ourselves, it really is easier just to accept others for who they are too. And if we can do that and share that practice in this world of people accepting each other, rebuilding, relearning how to trust each other, man, this world's going to be so much better. What do you think, guys?
I think that's the only thing to aim for, Jack, with hope in our hearts.
Amen. Hope in our hearts. I was considering that earlier. When faith is lost, hope is lost.
Yeah, but it seems like you're overdosing every day on hopium.
Well, you see, I want to say one thing on hope. People say sometimes there's no hope, and I thought about this very deeply, Jack. And in fact, there is always hope. Hope is not a dirty word. It's a human like emotion, thought process. It's there. Some might say it's an evolutionary adaptation to keep you in the game. But regardless, hope is always there. And Jack, even a suicidal person, even a person who commits suicide, sorry to say that word, unfortunately for them, they may say there's no hope. But in actual fact, that in itself is still an act of hope, because they're hoping that is the end of their suffering. They're hoping that is the end of everything. They don't know for sure. It's still an act for hope. So unfortunately, for those who say there's no hope, there actually is hope. There is always hope. You can't escape hope. Even if you offed yourself, that is still an act of hope. You are hoping things will end. And therefore, the same response, when you realize there is always hope, is to craft it in your favor, to craft the hope in your favor so that you build towards your own personal happiness and the happiness of others.
Yeah, but wouldn't you say hope there's like a level to it, just like intelligence? Like people have answers for the origin of life, but there's a limit of knowledge. People go past that limit, and it's just they fall for the trap.
Hope is I will say one thing I was thinking today, Rich, if I'm honest. A lot of our limitations are because we don't mix enough. We don't talk to enough people. If you're sitting there thinking there's no hope, I suggest you haven't talked to enough people. You haven't learned from others who know more than you do in different ways. You know, scientists, technologists, theologians, whatever, philosophers. I would say mix more. If you think there's no hope, I suggest you need to mix more, meet more people. And if you think you're the smartest person in the room, well, then you need to go to a different room where there's smarter people. You need to learn more. That's what I say.
That's the truth. It's the only way to grow, really. Were you jumping in?
You can have hope and faith in yourself, right? But do you have hope that you're gonna defeat the Zionists and the
ideology that puts one group above another? Yeah, I believe we can beat that.
I have hope for a society where all men are equal, as one Dr. Martin Luther King once said, right? The great man himself.
If I may interject a minute, I think the problem that I see is that DNW has reconciled the polarization So kind of like seeing that there is no dark, there is no light, there is only illumination. DW has seen that there is no despair, there is only hope. But the problem is, if you grab the wrong end of the stick, it feels like despair, and that sensation in the ego, in the mind, in the world that you're painting for yourself to experience is what's going to stop you imagining a world of any hope. So again, we bump our heads on the paradox.
Beautiful. Well observed. And
John F. Kennedy had hope, right? Look what happened to him.
He needed hope more.
Here, I have hope.
John F. Kennedy has inspired millions of people around the world.
Yes. Thank you.
He may no longer be.
I was going to say, we went to the moon. That's what happened.
Yeah, exactly. Just because he got splattered over the back seat doesn't mean he didn't do wonderful things. Oh, sorry, it would have been the front seat. I don't know which way the bullet came.
Anyway.
Yes. AFK was all right.
Back and to the left. Back and to the left.
Yeah. You'll hang out that bookstore though.
I want to what you said, Dirty Low Life, about the light and illuminating. That is what we are. Our mind can be clouded and dark, where we absent from hope. We can't see beyond the limits of our mind. But our goal is to be like the light, right? The light is illuminating. The light is revealing. The light is it overcomes the darkness. And there is a light, a light of wisdom, a light of love. These things that make us grow, help us grow. That's the light we need to nurture, see within each other, right? We can grow it.
Yeah, I was going to say, when we're talking about hope, I realized that hope is fostered. You have to foster hope. It's something that needs a bit of work on it. It doesn't just exist of its own accord.
Well said. Kind of like
I
confidence.
don't want to trivialize suffering, guys. But I heard something some top contemporary physicist said recently. He said, in actual fact, there's in the physical material universe, there is no such thing as darkness. There is only light that is not being reflected towards you. And I thought that is really interesting, even as a metaphor, that everything may be leading towards glorious light eventually.
Is it the other way around, though?
Say that again. Yeah, you could go ahead. You could turn it the other way. Go on.
Yeah, most things are actually dark, and you can only really see them when light is reflected off of them. Like the moon, for example, looks like has light, but it doesn't. Like the old Dark Side of the Moon quote from the song, right? There is no dark side of the moon. As a matter of fact, it's all dark.
Well, it depends. I'm sure there is light hitting the dark side of the moon. Sorry, from somewhere else, but just not enough for us. Not enough to be remarkable. I mean, there is light on the dark side of the moon. It's just not our sunlight.
I'd just say that to imagine something that you can see as being something that can't be seen because it's too dark is still an imagining.
There will be the odd photon hitting the dark side of the moon. That's all I'm saying. From somewhere else, surely.
All right.
From some other distant star.
Right.
I got lost from this one.
Yeah, it seems like you're getting distracted by the chat, Jack.
Possibly, but
I tell you where there is darkness in the live chat.
Well,
but not all of you. That's not all of you. Everyone can discern who the dark people are. Sorry, that sounded racist. Everyone can discern who. What word should I use, guys? Now I'm on the spot. Everyone.
Colored.
I better shut up.
In the shadow.
Well, yeah. It makes sense in the individual development, right? For our spirit to refine, for our character to become stronger. Those who share the light in this world of darkness, it attracts the darkness, right? It's like the bugs coming up to the bug zapper. It just attracts. But we're not there to destroy each other. It seems some of these guys do. Seems some of these guys want to destroy us, diminish our character, kick us, and whatever. But the darkness within everyone, DNW, back to what you were saying.
Jack, they don't want to destroy us.
It's coming from a hurt place.
They want to languish in the despair of their own trauma, because that's the easy thing to do. That's the easiest thing in the world to do.
It's what they think is easier, but it's really miserable.
No, it's really miserable long term. But I mean, it's easy. It's easy to do that, as in like in the moment.
Oh, okay.
It's hard to stand up out of that, but it's the only thing to do.
It's also learned.
They want you to feel the way they do.
It's learned behavior.
There's also a lot of indirect cowards around, so you're enabling indirect cowards and mind control, talking about Jesus and pushing that nonsense.
Okay, is that specifically related to anything, or was that just a random thought you?
That's JG, is it?
That's just that's the truth, Talcott.
Well, it's your truth, but I suggest you're kind of disassociated from what's real, JG. You've been
if I was pushing Jesus Christ and Christianity, I would really be enabling mind control, indoctrination.
I know that's what you say, and that's not what I'm suggesting. Is honesty and love. Those are the way to live, dude. That's all I'm saying. Don't be a dick. It's really that easy.
So don't be honest, right?
Well, if you find honesty to be hurtful, then that's the excuse you're going to tell yourself. But no, look, I honor the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
That's you, dude. You're delusional.
I can handle the truth.
No, you lie to yourself about your self-importance, and you try to diminish me all the time. You're one of those darkness I was referring to.
I smell gas. Are you Jewish?
I love you, brother.
Don't gaslight me, man. Stop.
Not gaslighting. I love life, dude, and life includes this moment, and you're here with me in this moment, so I fucking love you, JG.
You're crazy, man.
That's what a lot of people have chosen to believe.
You're showing us right now.
I feel not.
I love life. You're crazy.
Right.
We're getting our Dear John note. Elisa is breaking up with us. And so is Crazy. The message is there. Elisa, I wish you all the best in the world. Same for Crazy. Sometimes gurus have to stand on their own 2 feet. And I think Crazy Guru will rise from the ashes and become the best version of himself. I have no doubt in that. And I wish you both all the best.
That's beautifully said. Thank you.
Troll better.
They don't think isolation is better for his mental health, but I'm no expert, right. So just my opinion.
I agree. And the only thing that's finding it too much is the ego, the egoic identity. And until he's ready to change the behavior of the identities he's actually named, well, he's going to continue with those patterns. But I trust, like you said, brother, he's a wise and strong man, and he's got a beautiful support with his wife. So, well, Alyssa, what if the struggle is from his resistance? And he's welcome back anytime. Thank you. Yeah, beautiful. That's the point.
Just take the L, man.
I do. No worries. Hey,
no, I'm not going to say he's welcome back, Jack. I'll tell you why. Because he's had professional advice from his mental health team. And therefore, I will say, I would say stick to that professional advice. I'm not a professional in relation to mental health. Therefore, I cannot advise you to come back to the Finding Gnosis show. Jack can speak for himself. If you do come back to the Finding Gnosis show, please ask your mental health professionals if it is wise for you to do so. So do not come back to the Finding Gnosis show unless you have the okay from your mental health team. Thank you.
Wow. Okay. That's certainly
She was referring to herself. The mental health
Adrian.
team.
I actually have an engagement in a couple of hours from now, so we won't be running real long here today. But you're welcome to join another time if you can. Sorry, took us off from where we were, but you know, this experience online is crazy. It's absolutely, it makes sense though. Guys, we are blessed. We truly are blessed to be alive and to be where we are today. I said it yesterday, and maybe I'll say it more often to whoever it lands with. Congratulations, right? Congratulations for everything you've overcome, everything you've achieved, and everything you've been through. A lot of people have been through a lot of things, but those who are willing to still have love and compassion and, you know, do what's right in the world, that's what's going to make this world a better place.
Amen.
I'm convinced it's us, guys. All we got to do is convince people to stop lying to one another.
All being the key word.
Well, I've got a target audience in mind. I want to start with one of the most obvious liars in America. The entire government lying to everybody, telling us they're working hard for you, right? As they're literally in bed with funding genocide. Innocent human beings are sacrificed and slaughtered on a daily basis as the factories and the machines keep turning.
Right, they thin out the herd and they get people that can ride out with them. Oh, this guy qualifies. Oh, he's a pedophile? Join our team. We're just like you.
Well, we wouldn't have billionaires in this world if the masses were not taught to believe it's normal somehow for people to be that selfish, that greedy.
Yeah, I love that people argue it's good and that society would collapse without billionaires. It blows my mind.
We cannot sustain the growth of billionaires. It cannot continue. They're literally, go ahead.
It will all be fixed when we get some trillionaires. That's all we need.
Trillionaires, right. Well, I don't think, no. See, this is the thing. This whole money market scam, that's all it is. It's a Ponzi scheme to keep the ignorant and miseducated enslaved.
It's a trap, Jack. That's
It
what
is
I'm
a trap.
pointing out to you about Christianity.
What's that?
It's a trap, just like Christianity.
Well, there's traps everywhere. You just got to have an open mind and use discernment, and then you can pay attention to more things. I'm looking beyond just Christianity or any specific religion. I'm looking beyond America, to be honest.
Right, and I'm just pointing out a trap to you that you should be aware of, right?
I'm sorry, which trap am I not aware of?
Fatima says she loves her nose hair more than me.
Well, it's attached to her, so clearly.
Okay. I don't blame her.
Who names their son Fatima? That's a male's name?
Who runs around with
Fatima is a woman
names all the time? Besides Rich or JG or whatever other persona he's running with.
Well, you got Zevlov X, MF Doom, Dr. Doom.
We don't, but what's, why not just be you? Why not just be you?
Jack, I've just thought of something.
That's me being me, you see?
Jack,
please.
Fatima says she loves her nose hair more than me, but that doesn't mean she doesn't love me. She may love her nose hair more than anything else in existence, and then I may be the next thing down in terms of love. So she might still love me.
Number two.
Wow.
Another example of how everything is relative, right? That relative positioning could be close, and it could be far greater than everything else.
She says she loves the Ayatollah more than Dina. Well, the Ayatollah's gay. So, well, I don't know if that's what you're into, Fatima. He might love you back.
Love is that mysterious energy and power. It holds us together and it tears us apart. It's an amazing, guys, this life we've been given, it really is a once in a lifetime experience. Don't miss out by getting stuck in some old ideas, some old routine. I did that for a long time. I thought I was building a safe and responsible future for me and my family. I worked hard and I was stressed about it too. And then I became free of everything. Sounds like what happened with, I don't know the story, but I am curious to learn more. Dirty Low Life for sure. Sounds like our stories have similar flavors.
Yeah, I was going to say the same, mate.
I found that freedom in losing everything I cared for, because I realized there's not much left to lose. Fucking live life and enjoy the hell out of your life. It's within our power. We can live in hell with misery and ignoring the suffering and pretending we can't solve problems. Or we can enjoy the life, enjoy serving others, enjoy solving problems together, right?
Jack, Fatima says she wishes the worst things imaginable upon me, Owlman. I would say the worst thing imaginable for me would be for you to stop having your psychosis, because I find it really amusing. So please, please don't stop your psychosis.
Well, as I mentioned, we seem to have ways of triggering each other. In our triggers is our past, right? Our reactions are majorly based upon our past experiences. And so resolving your karma, in my view, it's overcoming your patterns of reactivity.
Karma is just a religious concept. It's just an idea.
You are so dismissive of knowledge and you speak with such confidence. It's just absurd to me, dude.
Well, I'm giving you knowledge.
So you claim. You're giving knowledge. You're giving knowledge.
You're like a Disney villain. So you claim, the way you said that, man. I'm talking to Hollywood
I'm not
people.
sure the value of the knowledge that you think you're offering, really.
Well, it's just thinking. Am I thinking correctly? I mean, karma is just a religious concept. It's an idea.
That is, okay, it's a word. It's a word that has an association to religious concepts. But what is that word pointing to? That's what I'm referring to.
Do better, man.
I love you, man. I'm glad you're here. I really am. I'm glad everyone is here. I envision a world, brothers and sisters, where together the truth is set free once and for all. Every nation, every corporation, right? We work together to use these systems of technology and logistics. We've created technology and we found ways to keep track of all sorts of things. Right now, we're subjects in a surveillance police state. It's emerging all around us. I mean,
well, I, for one, am grateful for our digital overlords.
I'm sorry, one more time, please.
I, for one, am grateful for our digital overlords.
The overlords, no.
You've got to praise the algorithm before God, Jack. Otherwise, you're not going to do very well.
Otherwise, you'll be damned to shadow
Jack, do you want to
banning.
bring up the Fatima's psychotic rant again? She says,
Wow.
yeah.
Wait, wrong one.
She wishes she had a voodoo doll of D&W. He would be like tomato paste after she is done. She wants to spread me over a pizza.
Technically, it says you would like tomato paste after you're done.
Oh, okay. So... Yeah. Well, I actually like tomato paste already. Very good point. I know, Fatima, you might be surprised, but I love a little bit of tomato paste spread over a bit of pita bread, you know, Jack?
Might be even more if she gets a voodoo doll.
Might like it even, might love it.
Right.
Look, I kind of do love it. Thank you, Jack, for pointing that out.
Oh, man. This life, guys.
It tickles, doesn't it?
It can be fun. It can be so much fun to laugh and to enjoy our time together. How is it so easy to drop into the bitterness and the bitchiness?
Jack, it's I don't know, but I have a feeling, Jack, that Fatima's going to be okay.
I do too.
I have a feeling she's going to come round. She's going to come on here. She's going to clap her hands and sing Kumbaya with us. And, you know, this will all just be ancient history. And I won't remind her of it because I actually think she's going through a really difficult time for whatever reason. As I said, it looks a little bit psychotic. I'm not one to hold a grudge. I wish you well, Fatima. I really hope you get help that you need. And yeah, best of luck with your recovery.
D&W, not to put you on the spot or anything, brother, but I think I missed the goings on. Some event or happening occurred.
Yeah, she said it earlier on. She hates me because I have suicidal empathy. She said I forgive too easily, Jack. She's annoyed with me because I forgive too easily.
Ooh,
she wants me to hold grudges.
Right.
Okay. All right. Well, that is.
If there is a little bit of a backstory here, Jack.
All right.
I made one comment to her, and now, you know, she's basically against me, you know, in this crazy personal crusade to bring me down and turn me into tomato paste. But the truth is, all I said to her, Jack, was, Fatima, rather than being so monstrous and publicly displaying your hatred of others, perhaps you could try the alternative, which is to break bread with your enemies, to talk to your enemies, and to be dignified. Because if you don't try to do that, people will point the fingers at you and say you're crazy, you're a problem, and you're giving them the ammo, you're giving them the opportunity to do that. So all I said, Jack, was, have you ever tried breaking bread with your enemies? And now I'm getting this.
Well, it reveals something. Many people have been convinced in their experience from others around them and their own logic. A lot of people have been convinced of unforgiveness. And so to see an example of one who's suggesting forgiveness, it could be challenging.
Now, I understand it, Jack. She says I'm self-righteous and I'm an arsehole and all that.
That
she
could
said
be true
because
too.
she's a trans woman, she's a very vulnerable person. And she said, not me, she said she's from one of the most hated minorities. And basically that puts her in a difficult spot to break bread with her enemies. Now, I wasn't literally declaring her to go around to Pizza Hut and have a fucking, you know, ciabatta with them, you know, and a pint of Diet Coke. No, I was merely saying, don't rise to their, you know, their vitriol. Don't let it affect you. Remain dignified at all times, because I agree, if you're a minority, it's horrible because others are against you and they treat you like shit. And unfortunately, if you want a better future, the only sane response is to show that you are not the person they are making you out to be. You are not a piece of shit. You are not a fucker. You are not evil, deranged, psychotic. You
Yeah.
are a dignified person with love and care in your heart. And Fatima, I think you still have that potential.
I'm sorry to change it off of there. Snafu. You're screwing up just like you did with your family, your job, and your life, Jack. The delusional glazing hurts you more than helps you. The people should think about that again. You're not honest about why. This is fascinating, fascinating. Oh, and hey, even more. Metacognitive IQ is actually very recent in discovery, maybe worth checking out on YouTube. Top 5 behaviors explain Carl to a T. Hey, he can be him, but he makes it impossible to have a conversation with me. So,
Jack, what do you think of this idea that we shouldn't forgive? Fatima's saying I'm wrong to forgive people. I forgive people too easily. What do you think of her ideation in that regard?
Oh, let me come back to that. Yeah, because there is truth. There are groups that are just, they're treated with a lot of cruelty.
Mm-hmm.
And that's actually part of the message with the thumbnail today, right?
Yeah.
If we're not going to take care of those who have trouble taking care of themselves, then what the hell are we here for?
Mm-hmm.
Admittedly, for a long time, I was blind. I didn't understand the current modern day struggles of people of different skin color, right? Different genders, even, let alone the trans or homosexual. I mean, that wasn't my experience, and I was blind to the there's truly stories of just cruel violence against people.
Absolutely.
But I'm confident, guys. This is why we are here. In the development of technology, the people who've been dedicating themselves to growing and discovering knowledge, we've got the answers available to us. We have the humanity collectively. We have the answers available to solve poverty, to eliminate the wars, to eliminate poverty, to actually transform this world into one that really promotes life.
Yes.
How do we do it? How do we get it started? I believe the best place for me as an American is probably in Washington, D.C.
I've already said, get up there, Jack. Get up there.
I am trying to find a way. And I have, the idea is I don't know who listens. I don't know who might listen, whether now or later. But if anyone out there is connected or knows someone connected to someone, right, in government, with influence, it's time, guys.
Jack,
it's time.
Have you ever thought about, I have a friend in London who goes out, now you won't probably agree with his views, but he's called Social Experimentalist. He goes out in London with a bullhorn, I think you Yanks call it, a loud hailer, and he speaks on the street in places where there's a lot of footfall, So, Jack, is there any possibility you could go to like Times Square and just do a live Live Without Fear show live from Times Square or something like that, and just maybe make yourself seen by more people? You might become like a kind of social media meme or viral sensation, because people might see you, hear what you have to say, and just start sharing you around the place. I think that's something to think about, like a nice little positive PR stunt. There's no point in hiding your light under a bushel. I'm not suggesting. Yeah, you know what I mean. Get out there, Jack.
I'm working towards many different directions. And it is with the purpose of growing, growing in sharing these ideas. The better future, it really is. It's waiting for us. And I know there's a lot of resistance in people's minds with different words, right? Different words have different meanings for different people. But for me, I truly have been learning to trust in this idea of God, a supreme intelligence through which its existence I am allowed to be, right? Because God exists, I get to experience being me. And this thought came to me. I mean, it's in line with our human behavior. And I know we don't want to construct the idea of God just based on people, but truly, we are creators. And in the heart of creation, we typically love what we create. And so this thought came to me earlier, tied to that all time is God's, today is mine. I live for God because of God's love for me. All of us. We live for God because of God's love for us. And
that's just your idea.
God's love is experienced and felt through you. When you become a vessel of love, you are rewarded with feelings of love. Hello, JG. When was the last time you really felt loved? That's
I don't know.
probably honest. That's probably honest, and I believe that.
Yeah, I mean, people, I got all types of shit going on, but love, I think it's all an act, right?
It's not true love. True love is so real, so powerful, so transformative. But our mind and perhaps karma, right? Our mind will prevent love from being experienced to its fullness because we'll judge ourselves unworthy. We'll come up with reasons and excuses of why we can't feel good about the life that we've been given, the day we've been given. I've done that a lot, but I learned how to break my patterns. I learned how to face my shadows, right? My triggers, my weaknesses. I'm getting better. I ain't perfect yet, but it's my goal.
Just jump in. I think love is one of the things I've misunderstood the most in my life. I've confused love for emotions, and I don't think love is an emotional state at all. It's basically a whole bunch of emotions come with this thing called love, and I imagine the emotions to be love. And then when the emotions go away, I imagine love's gone away. And love is far more a state of being within oneself than any emotion that you feel. And when you're in that state of love, the emotions are there at your disposal. You can just tap into the happiness and the joy and the pleasure and the witness of beauty, because love has been fostered within rather than sought without.
So you're saying it's something you achieve?
I'd caution you a little bit because I don't think you achieve it. Something lets go and love is what remains. My idea of who Jamie is just dissolves for a moment, and in the background is love. Jamie doesn't achieve it. Jamie can try and achieve it all he likes, but he'll find it torturous and painful and difficult and never ending.
Dude, that was beautifully said. Absolutely. Yes. When we remove the parts that are not love, that are not true love, right? And true love has no limits. It has no quantities. True love actually has no conditions either. The love of God for the life that we are. I trust that God is in love with all of us, right? Otherwise, life wouldn't continue. And so that was a question I was considering earlier yesterday, too. If you knew God loved you, would you behave different?
I do.
I do too. I do too. That idea is what really started convincing me to be different, right? To become better than I used to be. I had lowered the standards of myself for a long time. And I actually think that's what America has done collectively. I reflect the society that created me. And now I want to totally transform that bitch. Because she wasn't
The
friendly.
ebb and flow.
Yeah.
Tide returns. And
That's
this
what
time it's Jack Talcott.
I'm not alone. There are
I know
many,
we're all.
many
I've
like
already said
me.
we're all Jack Talcott.
Yes, we are. We are all one. We are this time in human history. And I have a feeling those who are gathered here, whether you're tuning in now or later, I trust we're on the right side of history because we're on the right side of the ground. We ain't done yet, right? Don't give up. Giving up is how the billionaires win. Giving up is how the oppression continues. I mean, actually, that's kind of in the background, I said too. Today's our opportunity to create a better tomorrow. That's what we're here to do.
The Jews have inspired me to keep hopping freight trains and living how I'm living, honestly.
What would inspire you for greater? And what might be greater
What
if
is
you
this
were
greater?
inspired for greater?
What is this
That's,
greater? What do you think
well,
I'm lacking? What am I lacking here that you are indirectly always getting at?
you appear to be lacking a bit of love and understanding, maybe compassion. And I can assume those haven't been shared with you a lot. But that's where it comes from, actually having healthy community, right? Having others in your life actually affords you the experience of compassion, maybe mercy, kindness. It doesn't just have to be one way, man.
Amen. Jack, you've inspired me today. And I want to say, imagine if everybody here listening just adopted, your views here today. Choosing to consider the plight of others, choosing compassion, choosing love and empathy, and trying to make damn sure the person next to you doesn't fall through the cracks. That's how we make this world better, Jack.
I agree. I think that's what we're doing. He thinks he's here to bust my balls, JG is, but at the same time, he's here for more than that. He contributes a different view, and I hope he's gaining something too.
I do like to have conversations with people about real shit because off this internet shit, it's dead, man. Talking to people, most of these people they're so indoctrinated and programmed. It's insufferable. And
you're on the road to Damascus, Richard. You're on the road to Damascus.
Talcott,
You will turn around.
I
You
know who you
will
are.
turn around.
Yo, let me
And you
finish my
will.
thought here. Let me
The
finish my
glory of
thought.
your job will be revealed to you. There is a leader in you.
Let him.
There's a light shining from your future self. Amen.
Amen. JG, what were you saying, man?
Yeah, but you come on here, it's the same thing. But some people, there's levels to it, man. You come on the internet, I deal with people that are indirect cowards, stalkers, fixated on me. weird shit, right? The fringe. But there are people that are open-minded here.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you're basically a troll. This dirty low life's a troll. DMW is a troll. You know, I can see what you are.
Holy cows, dude! I'm a little slow on that, but where? Oh,
Oh, you're playing that too? Was that
yeah,
Well,
dude.
we'll see. Jack,
I like that, Jack. I like that.
I troll, but you are trolled. Just like I said, like
Richard,
you enable
Rich,
you.
sorry.
Yo. I'm trying to talk, DMW. Like, dude, I'm talking to Talcott, and you're just trying to fucking overpower me here. Stop trying to overstand me when I'm trying to make a point, man. That's like little kid shit.
Oh
Go
my
ahead,
goodness!
Go ahead, Rich.
Please.
Now you threw me off. Great job.
Well,
Great job,
hey,
Zionist. Great
good.
job.
No,
Zionist.
actually, let's swing back because I think it is time for you to change your beliefs. Okay, if you're willing. You said the belief I suggest you relook at because you projected that the three of us are somehow trolls. We could break into your definition of troll, but generally, I think that's you, dude.
Well, it's more like sociopaths. I troll for fun. You guys.
Okay, yes, you qualify for sociopath as well.
Oh, I'm a psychopath.
Okay, you don't have to be though. That's the thing.
What do you mean? It's in my mind. It's in my ways. Like,
right, and this is what I've been learning. How to rewire the patterns of thought, how to change the belief in the identity, the names, the titles you give yourself. I can help you change that if you want.
No, Jack. This is what I'm saying. You can't help a fucking, a bird stuck in a fence.
Who told you that?
You show us. This is what I'm saying. Is you constantly show us who you are, what you're about.
Yeah,
everything.
I do. But for you to claim that none have been helped by me, that's absurd.
That's not a claim. I'm just saying that you're not a professional teacher. I can teach someone how to switch tray flip. You can't.
All right. But
you've helped people with riding a skateboard.
Rich,
right?
I think you do care. You. I think he says he's a psychopath. He doesn't care about things. I think he really does care deep down inside. And I think what he cares about is the well-being. It's already become apparent he cares about the well-being of children, because he said, Jack, you reminded him of his own father who neglected him emotionally in some way. So to me, this is a man who cares. No, he cares about others. He cares. He has a mission.
Man.
His mission is to safeguard future generations and to make sure they don't suffer like he did. Because only he understands what that's like, and therefore he can stand up for those who are voiceless, like what should have happened for him.
Life's basically a game. That's all it is. And you got to show people, hey, these people are this, and this.
JG.
Watch out for them.
JG, that's what the world.
Stop trying to cut me off, man.
Well, I'm sorry to interrupt, but you're repeating to yourself ideas that are not healthy. You're repeating to yourself what the world taught you.
That's good.
I'm suggesting here and now.
You're trying to turn us out, Talcott. Like you guys try to turn people out. I'm talking about the real grimy life, the real reality of life. You guys are, hippie guru and trying to turn each other out. That's nonsense.
That's
what I'm saying is there are ways you got to be. You have to be.
Okay.
This is not heaven. This is not heaven. I'm just being honest here, man.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you a question. When you were saying psychopath, do you mean the DMW said don't care, but then disputed that? Is that what you mean by psychopath, or do you mean not engaged with emotions, or not allowing your emotional state to drive your decision in what you do in the world?
That was a troll for my haters. Just like piss them off.
Oh, right. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, I got I'm dubbed everything, so I just run with it now. I'm a
I see.
cannibal.
Right. Yeah.
I
I'm a
don't think you
trans.
are a psychopath. I think you're a disappointed man. And really, when you come on here, it's a kind of verbal diary, not diarrhea, although it is kind of verbal diarrhea as well, of a verbal diary of a disappointed man. And that's okay. You have every right to be disappointed. But Rich, to be honest, if you don't start making positive actions for yourself, it's not going to change, is it?
Well,
And,
I've made.
he sounds like an intelligent chap, guys. And I saw him on the. He's a handsome young man. He's intellectual. He's physically fit. He's got a lot going for him. I mean, he's rough and ready. He's able to go around sleeping on trains. He's an adventurer.
Yeah.
You got a lot going for you, JG. And it's
He's got-
time you use your gifts.
Amen.
What
I
are my
love that.
gifts? What do you guys want to see me do here? What is this like?
We want to see you flourish as an individual.
But what is that exactly?
Feeling good in your heart that you are on a mission to do good, feel good, and you being joyous about being of service to others, while
Oh,
getting yourself in some form of safety going
Right, but
onwards.
I'm already there, man. I guess you guys want me to do like
No.
the apartment life.
No. You do what you want to do, but
Slaving.
don't come on. Don't go on the internet, full of hate and spreading poison.
I think so.
What is the hate I'm spreading?
Well, you're kind of trying to assassinate Jack's good character on a daily basis, or at least every stream, and I find that quite disheartening. And
I'm not
Jack
trying
Jack
to
has
assassinate his character.
bore
What
his
I'm
soul
doing
to
is
the world.
pointing out.
He's
I'm
told us
pointing
his
out.
story. He's told us his story, how he has changed himself, how he has grown through thought and really deep contemplation. And you're just coming on here shitting all over that like it doesn't mean something, like it doesn't matter. I
Look,
think
dude,
that matters. I think his story matters more than anything else in the world, quite frankly, because we are all Jack Talcott. As I said, one day you will be Jack Talcott, and you'll look back at your younger self and think, just as we all do, what a moron I was.
I did that.
What a moron
what I'm
I
doing
was.
is I'm doing like easy journalism here. That's all it is. I'm just pointing out where Jack's off left and right. He claimed he was a life coach for a long time, and we're all just like, dude, you're not a life coach.
But isn't that what you're accusing Jack is doing to you?
Mm-hmm.
Say it again.
That's what you're accusing Jack of doing to you, saying where you're off left and right.
Mm-hmm.
My
Is that
fault.
not true? What you were saying about me, it's literally.
Jack, I can be off myself. I can be look, I can be way off, and somebody, if they school me, and a yurt schooled me a couple times, a bunch of people have schooled me, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And then I realized, and that was it.
Okay. And that's actually what I'm trying to do. I have a different method of delivery.
No, but Jack, that's why you're the locale you are, is because you stay pushing Mongo. You stay.
Rich, remember what I said. Mark my words, son. Mark my words. Mark my words. You will be Jack Talcott.
Mm-hmm. You'll be trying to help others. You'll be trying to share knowledge.
I'll be Jack Talcott, pushing
and maybe some young
claiming I'm a life coach.
Maybe some young punk will show up and puff out his chest and flap his feathers to show what a big cock he can be. And
yo, dude,
Rich, you're on the way to becoming Jack Talcott, and it's inevitable. It's inevitable. You can't stop the process. It's gonna happen.
The boomer, the level of boomer nonsense is awesome with Talcott, man.
Love is the way. JG, I believe we've crossed paths so that I might be able to help you rediscover a greater love, maybe a little greater trust.
Well, you're helping me help other people.
That's my hope too.
Yeah,
I want to help you help others.
You know what? He's like the knight, and you're the squire. He's the battle-hardened veteran. He's been fighting a virtuous war in an evil world, and you, sir, are the young squire learning the ropes. And you're hesitant. You're bitter about the burden of this task ahead. But the truth is, it's the only battle worth fighting.
Talcott
And you
was
will be
tired.
Jack Talcott.
Well said. And you're prepared for it, JG. You are. If not yet, you're going to continue growing as you've been prepared for something greater, that's for sure. And actually, along those lines, not just specific to you. I don't have it pulled up, and I know everyone's got opinions, but Jordan Peterson did a recent video directed at Christians or the Christian church. And I totally agree with one of the things I heard is that if the churches really wanted to do their part, they make themselves more appealing to the young men, right? And actually pull the young men into the church, the young men that are there, and really support them, help them live their greatest life. If a church isn't supporting people to live their greatest life, then maybe we're missing the point. I think that's what we're here to do. What's that?
Screw the church.
Fellowship, brotherhood, that's the whole purpose.
The church is within you, Rich.
Yeah. The temple of God
We're
is
talking
you.
about the actual church here, though.
Well, any institution or organization. I mean, this is, guys, we can fix this world in so many ways.
Deprogramming, right? Deprogramming from the cults.
Yes.
Not letting these cults really destroy our minds and really indoctrinate us.
Okay.
This is what's trendy nowadays too. You see it all over YouTube. Even the agents are speaking up on this shit.
There's a lot of people saying a lot of things.
Right, it's like a popular thing now is to be awake and to see through the nonsense.
Well, do you?
I have.
Do you feel you're awake and you see through the nonsense?
Yeah, I have.
Well, I think there's still more for all of us to learn, right? You know that.
Exactly.
Right?
JG, repeat after me. I am the sword in the darkness.
Nah, dude, you might record this and like masturbate.
I am the watcher on the wall.
This internet shit's fucked, man.
I am the fire that burns against the cold. The light that brings the dawn. The horn that wakes the sleepers. The shield that guards the realms of men. I pledge my life and honor to Night's Watch for this night and all the nights to come. Amen.
Yeah, and Jack, also Murphy's saying that my family excommunicated me, like they cut ties with me. Nah, I cut ties. I cut ties with my family, man.
All right.
That's the truth. There's no me. Like Austin Murphy, he's a military agent, man. Like he's just pushing that military meat puppet mentality, pushing propaganda. Just wanted to get that off my chest.
All right.
I think there's two levels to it. There's waking up to an external conspiracy of the secrets that are being kept from us and systematic mechanisms that maintain control and power. That's one level to it. There's also a great conspiracy for you in the outside world. There's a whole lot of things that have aligned in the universe to get you to this point of surviving everything you've been through. Right. So there's like these two external forces pressing in on you and your experience. And then there's an inner conspiracy, which is like the holographic internalization of all of this external conspiracy that you've been watching all of your life. And you construct it inside yourself in order to build a map of how to navigate this mechanism without getting trapped in it. The problem is that becomes an egregore, and you then live in an internal conspiracy that you've created for yourself, and you become a small thing that the mind creates, rather than being this massive thing where the thinking mind is a little thing within it just churning away saying stuff. The internal conspiracy is the only one you can do anything about. The external conspiracy is quite well ingrained and has been here for quite some time. It's got a lot of practice. Like you say, it's agents everywhere. I think the trick is to find your own internal agency again. Dissolve that conspiracy, and then there's only one conspiracy that you're actually playing against, rather than two.
Well, how long have you been an agent, and how long have you known about me?
I'm not sure how to answer the question. I've realized that I have very little agency over myself. I realize how little of an agent I am, even in my own life. And that realization gives me a tiny little window of agency back. So I've been an agent for not very long.
How long have you known about me?
I don't know you. I've heard you on this show a couple of times.
You being honest?
Hmm?
Yeah, I'm just messing with you, man.
Hey, ideas? Well, the topic, how to fix our world. JG, I'd love your thoughts on solutions, because you're well aware of problems.
It's got to go back to traditional culture.
What would that look like? What does that mean?
Just a whole strong crew of people farming, living off the land.
So you want to get rid of technology and go backwards?
Technology it's destroying everybody, and the elites are using technology to destroy us psychologically. They're coming after kids.
So
they're coming after everybody.
Right.
It's an intelligence game where it's a psychological war, and the intelligence is not the intelligence we want.
Okay. So, all right. So first you suggested eliminating technology because you feel that they are using it for control. How about we change this us and they into a we? How about we realize we have technology today? We can work together to change everything if we want to, if we can find the chance. So going back to so-called traditional ways, I actually think we have the opportunity to kind of bring natural and developed into alignment. We can use technology and what we've learned from the sciences to really monitor and repair our agricultural methods, restore our soils into producing more nutrient-filled food again. Yeah, let's go back to the traditional ways, but let's work together to clean up the messes that our corporations and militaries have been creating.
Interesting, Jack, and good words. Jack, I will say you're inspirational, and we need to get you out there to more people. And I think everybody here who comes here, I mean, there's I don't know how many people watching. There's usually about 50 odd. Every single one of you, take your finger out your ass and share this stream in at least 5 places. At least 5 places. You got many options. You can go on Facebook, share it on your profile in the different groups, pages. Go on Reddit. Send it to all your friends on WhatsApp. Send it on X, Instagram, Telegram. You know.
Yeah, but Talcott, look.
Make smoke signals if you have to. Just fucking get it out there, for crying out loud. What are you doing coming here? Especially you guys who don't even fucking come up here. Sitting there with your mouth open, with your finger up your ass, getting vicarious enjoyment out of Jack's delight for being here. But you are part of this process too. Do something useful for once in your fucking life. If you do care about Jack, if you do care about his goals, share the stream. Share the bloody stream.
I appreciate that. I want
Yo, and
people to share the ideas too, and share the love most of all. That's the biggest thing.
But Talcott, look at the people that go against. They try to look at John F. Kennedy. Look at what Alex Jones. Well, Alex Jones, he
He was
coerced.
self-destructive.
Yeah, but they got him just like they got Whitey Bulger. That's the thing is all these people that are trying to make change, exposing the elites, the wealthy families.
Yep.
They
Through their
basically become coerced and they become
Sure.
slaves.
Yeah.
My thing
It did
is
happen.
not. It's just to break away from that bullshit.
Well, what about this? Because you're right. I see a lot of people who may have started out with good intentions and then they got led astray, whether it's in politics or media or all sorts of things. You brought up Alex Jones, right? I learned a lot from the work he did, not just him, but other people. Even though they may have sold out eventually, they still uncovered and shared a lot of evidence and a lot of information.
It's not that they sold out; it's that they were muscled, they were coerced.
Now, Jack, I'm getting a lot of kickback and a lot of fucking vitriol fired at me for what was my honest and good-hearted sentiments there, Jack, and advice. People are coming at me left, right, and center. That doesn't matter, Jack. I don't care. I don't care. I'm an acolyte for what is right and proper. And if these people are here cribbing and moaning in the live chat, about Jack trying to, fucking mischaracterize him as a waste of time or some kind of narcissist, what the fuck are you doing here? What is wrong with you? Why are you here day in, day out, watching Jack, living off him like a parasite? Because I don't know what else is going on. You're a little barnacle on Jack's ass. That's all you are. Now I want to particularly address someone there, lady Trexty. Hello, Trexty. She says, "D&W, I love Jack dearly. You telling me what to do is making me want to do the exact opposite. I mean, if you truly love Jack, you wouldn't care about me as an individual. You would be doing what I already said, Trexty. You would be already sharing the bloody stream in at least 5 places if you loved him. You wouldn't care about me as an individual. This would already be happening. I question your love."
I appreciate the encouragement and, your willingness to take the pushback. Love is shown in many different ways, and I do appreciate, because the goal is to grow, to reach more people. I really want to share these ideas in DC, in Congress, and those idiots directing our militaries.
Stand up and be acolytes for Jack Talcott. Stop hiding. Stop hiding Jack Talcott from the people that need to see him and hear him. Don't keep them all for yourself.
The big time.
Do not keep them all for yourself. That is completely opposed to the message he is giving. Do not keep him all to yourself.
I appreciate that. Hey, actually, many people do have this defiant within us, right? You tell me what to do. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that ain't going to happen, buddy.
Disorder, yeah. It's reeking off it there in the live chat.
A lot of outlaws in the chat. A lot of outlaws.
Yeah, there's bitterness abound. Hey, Swins, this Douglas Ehrlich Joker, he's filled with nonsense and bitterness. But actually, D&W, there's many people who are here because they have so much bitterness. Where else can they find ways to learn how to get rid of it? Even if they're not paying attention, there's spirits there, and it's going into their consciousness.
You're right, Jack. I think you're right. I think part of them deep down still believes. And that's why they're here. Because you're this big ball of light. And they're hiding in the corner in the dark. And part of them deep down wants to turn towards that light and step into it. I don't know. Something's holding them back, Jack. Something's holding them back.
Yeah, it's usually fear. Fear of letting go. Here. Thank you, Sophia. Hey, we're nearing the 2 hour mark. That's usually my done time. And I do have plans coming up a little later. I might discuss them tomorrow. I think I'm returning tomorrow. What are you guys feeling? Any thoughts, final words on for today?
Yeah, just look
Thanks
around
for
you
having me.
and stop others from falling through the crack.
Hey, what was it? Say that again, please, DMW. I'm sorry.
Look around you and stop somebody from falling through the crack.
Well, wouldn't you say
I
Talcott
love
helps
that.
people fall through the crack?
No, you would, but I wouldn't.
How would I, Talcott? How would I?
Your
Oh,
question
shit.
revealed that perception. Your questions reveal you. You reveal you.
Can you
I
answer the
reveal
question?
me. It helps when we're honest with each other. And JG, I do love you, my friend. Honestly. Final words? Maybe that's enough.
I just asked you a question.
What question? I did not hear you.
You did hear me.
Okay. So despite my answer that I did not hear, and I'm asking you what question, you want to argue with me?
Yeah, this is fucking crazy. How are you not helping people fall through the cracks?
How am I helping people not fall through the cracks? Because you're the one who alleges I'm not helping others. I maintain that I am. That there's been plenty of feedback. Folks have found value. People have been grateful for what they've found. Oftentimes.
Let me rephrase that. I'm getting brain rot from this whole fucking thing. How are you helping people not fall through the cracks?
Well, in my efforts, what is happening is the sharing of ideas, right? Some people hear ideas maybe that they hadn't heard before. And when they bring those ideas into their being and they find value in that, that gives them a little strength. And maybe they actually avoid falling in the cracks themselves, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. Pushing Christianity, you think that's helping people not fall through the cracks?
I'm not pushing Christianity. I mention Jesus as an example of love, of leadership, of courage, of
well, your whole thing with Christianity is like bipolar. It's very on the fence. Some
it's
days
different. It's different than many of the Orthodox beliefs, but following Jesus is following Jesus. You don't need a bunch of fucking rules to do it. It's pretty simple. The yoke is easy. The burden is light. Don't be an asshat. Love one another. Hello.
And you think following Jesus, the story of Jesus, that's beneficial to people?
Yes, because in my version of following Jesus, I'm praying to find a way to end wars and to bring reforms to the world. Peace on earth.
Amen. Rich, the way has been prepared for you. The way has been prepared. The way has been prepared for you, young man. It's already there for you.
You're enabling
Take the
mind
first
control
step on the righteous path towards your own salvation and towards the salvation of mankind.
All right, fall back, man. Talcott, you pushing Christianity, you are enabling mind control and indoctrination.
According to your
that's really what you're doing. Okay. Just like how, hold on, let me get this point across. Just like how the library was encouraging and families were encouraging Drag Queen Story Hour.
Okay.
They must have not have, those people must have not have been aware of what the real goal was there.
Okay. And you know the real goal? You were in the planning stages there?
Well, I did my research on it, and I saw exactly what they talked about, what they were trying to do. It's
All
the
right.
same thing with Edward Bernays, right?
Okay.
Propaganda.
Has
So you're enabling propaganda. You're enabling mind control. You're
I'm
enabling indoctrination. And I'm calling you out.
JG, he never said he was
Oh,
perfect. For crying out loud, I think you're painting
no.
him as if he's saying he is the Messiah.
I'm just
He is
when's
he
he
is a
gonna realize?
conduit. He is a
When,
conduit
No.
when,
for
when are you
something
gonna
better.
realize? When are you gonna realize what you're doing?
Those questions are for you, my brother. When are you going to realize what you are doing? What you're saying is not accurate. It's not true. You're not being moved by love. It's just your little hurt child within trying to create a narrative. I am ready to wrap up. Final words, DNW. I want to, if you'll stick around, Dirty Little Life, just for a moment. I want to talk to you. You're new.
Okay. Yes, as I said already, look around you and see if you can help somebody.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you sincerely. And feel free, if you're modded up, feel free to drop your link, or I'll try and drop it on the way. It'll be in the
I'm not
description.
modded up, actually. You can make me one if you want, but I'm not.
All right.
But yeah,
Well, please.
okay, Jack. Thank you as always, brother. You do take care, and yeah, keep going, brother. Keep going.
Much love. And Dirty Little Life. Thank you.
Yeah, pleasure. Good to meet you.
Good
Finally.
to meet you as well. Now, I wasn't clear. You have a channel? You don't have a channel?
Not one that I'm going to publicize right now.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Respect.
Thank
Sincerely, thank you for joining.
Likewise. Likewise.
You return again.
Yeah, I'm sure I will. Thanks for having me. Good.
Much love. And brothers and sisters, wrapping this up, to all who tuned in, whether live or later, sincerely thank you. The underlying message with me, with the topic, and open a discussion on how to fix our world. Fighting today, living today, growing today for a better tomorrow. How are we going to have a better tomorrow? We got to start with being real, right? Taking inventory, taking accountability, check in, see where you are. Maybe even check in on a neighbor. Maybe even check in on a friend, right? Because if you can spend just a little bit of time helping a neighbor solve a problem, you're going to go to bed feeling good about you. And that motivation brings good things into your being. And truly, this is the solution I see. How are we going to fix our world? We're going to start taking care of those who have trouble taking care of themselves, right? And in the news, I didn't bring up the images, but we still got wars. We still got famines. We still got all sorts of ugliness going on in this world. We got people, disadvantaged people in real life, real terms, people who are less able to speak for themselves, stand for themselves, fight for themselves, even earn for themselves, right? But brothers and sisters, a charitable heart brings a lightness, a spirit of generosity and kindness, sacrificing some time, attention, bringing forth and offering the blessings that others need. That brings a lightness into you, and your light is you. So be the light that overcomes the darkness. That's how you fix your world, for sure. I'm going to wrap it up there. Sincerely, thank you again to all of you, and support how you're guided. Till next time, choose love, peace for everyone, walk with faith, and of course, live without fear. Praise God.